welcome to this special occasion, the day when Mollie Grace Brown and Matthew John Bright take each other's hand and begin their life together, now as husband and wife. Today Michael, Mollie's dad, had that privilege. He is delighted to be by Mollie's side and bestows upon both Mollie and Matt all of the family's love and blessings. With these thoughts in mind, at our ceremony, who presents this woman to be married to this man?
Michael, Mollie's dad.
Is it twice? What about a shake of the hand and then pass her hand across?
Yeah.
Pass her hand across. Come in and greet it.
Yours, Michael.
You're right. Marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. It is a strong social, cultural and legal aspect of our Australian community. A marriage is a continuation of strong and respectful family relationships. It is one of life's richest surprises when the accidental meeting of two people leads them to proceed together along a common path. And indeed one of life's finest experiences when this chance relationship grows into a permanent bond of love. They started messaging each other in September of 2017, apparently from a setup by a duo of Cupids, those being Mollie's sister Abby and Matt's sister Jess. I was told that the aim of this setup was to settle Mollie down and to open Matt up. Approximately 2 months later, after struggling to even catch up for a first date due to busy lives, Matt walked into GC's for lunch, forgetting Mollie worked there, and saw her properly for the first time, and he really liked what he saw. However, Matt was a bit too shy at first when he saw Mollie at her work to say too much, as he was with his family, but sent Mollie a message asking if she would go on a date when Mollie finished work. She said yes, and so their first date was to the Western Hotel on the 27th of November. They told me they had actually met years before at the Lexington footy rooms after a grand final when Matt let Mollie go ahead of him in the line to get a drink at the bar. What a gentleman he was back then. It would seem also that even way back then, Mollie's dad, Michael, was also trying to play Cupid as he tried to set Matt up with Mollie that same night. He was unsuccessful, unfortunately, and it would seem the two sisters had more success being Cupids after all. Mollie and Matt have now been together just over 4 years. Once they finally got together, they were both instantly attracted to each other, but at the same time still equally nervous and shy to let the other know. Mollie loves Matt's Malteser eyes, as she describes them, his amazing smile and dry, witty sense of humour. She loves that Matt is a hard worker and he supports her in everything she does. He is caring and makes her laugh really loud. He also puts up with her crazy mood swings. Matt loves Mollie's sense of humour, her caring nature and all-round good looks. He loves that Mollie can light up a room with her laugh, and she always makes bad days better. She is supportive and compassionate, and given any situation will always try to do her best no matter what. They decided to get married because they both couldn't imagine life without each other in it. They are soulmates and want to spend the rest of their lives together. Now, proposals are always so different and such a special moment to remember always. Matt's proposal involved Mollie's favourite snack, a box of Cheezels. He went on to say that he had been planning to propose on the 30th of the 5th, 21, for a while due to Mollie having OCD with numbers. The next date that would suit Mollie's OCD wasn't until August, and Matt just could not wait that long. So while they were in lockdown, Matt invited Mollie out by the fire pit area that they had built together. Unfortunately, Mollie was in a grumpy mood at the time and didn't want to come outside. Finally, she came outside and they shared a box of Cheezels. Matt constantly offered Mollie the last Cheezel, suggesting that she could put it on her finger. But due to being in a bad mood, Mollie grumpily refused. Matt then said, "Okay, you won't accept my Cheezel, but will you accept this?" and pulled the ring out of the Cheezel box. Mollie was in shock and couldn't believe it, and soon turned her grumpy mood into an over-the-moon mood. They do love to give each other random presents from time to time. They love to go out for breakfast to the lake view together. Without fail, they almost always have bacon and eggs on a Sunday, and Matt cooks brekkie while Mollie makes the coffee. Every year, they always go on a holiday. For Matt's birthday, they go camping, fishing, spotlighting and on long drives together. They always go and see the new Marvel movies every time they come out. They love watching TV series together, but never seem to get to finish them. Their relationship is truly one to treasure and includes sharing values of trust and honesty. and always telling each other the truth no matter what. They have one of those rare connections which give them such a wonderful relationship. They clearly see each other's beautiful spirits shining through on the good days and on the bad. Mollie and Matt also believe it is important to tell each other every day that they love each other. They have a respect and deep love of family. Their dreams are to one day have a family of their own, continue running the family farm as a third generation, and hopefully Matt can teach Mollie a thing or two along the way, or so he thinks. This ceremony is the next natural step in their life together as they bestow upon one another all the love, loyalty and pride that come with the titles of husband and wife. Titles that say to the world, this is the one person I choose to call my own, to hold above all others and to spend the rest of my life with. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Matt and Mollie, do you take each other as lifelong partners? Do you promise to always try to stay sensitive to each other's needs? Do you promise to love, respect and listen to each other and strive to work hard towards making your life together a long and happy one?
We do.
Love should be the core of your marriage. Love is the reason you are here. It will also take trust to know in your hearts that you want the very best for each other. It will take dedication to stay open to one another, to learn and to grow together even when this is not always so easy to do. It will take faith to always be willing to go forward to tomorrow, never really knowing what tomorrow will bring. And it will take commitment to hold true to the journey you both now pledge to share together. So I ask you now to repeat your vows to one another.
I call upon
The people here present
the people here present
to witness that I, Matthew Bright,
that I, Matthew Bright,
am proud
am proud
to take you, Mollie Brown,
to take you, Mollie Brown,
to be my legally
to be my legally
wedded wife.
wedded wife. Mollie, as you know, I'm not one for many words, but I'll make these ones count. The way you love me is infectious, and I have an overwhelming sense of comfort from being with you. Your imperfections, if I can ever find any, will only serve to make me love you more. To me, you are perfect in every way. I promise we will never go to bed angry, and you will never fall asleep without knowing you are loved by me always. How can I have a bad day when you are always by my side? Your life lights up a room and turns a bad day into a good one. I believe that we were made for each other. You have made me into the best version of myself, and you make me a better person every day. I promise to laugh with you, celebrate with you, and cry with you, but most of all, I vow to love you just as much tomorrow as I do today.
I call upon
The people here present
the people here present
to witness that I, Mollie Brown,
to witness that I, Mollie Brown,
am proud to take you, Matthew Bright,
am proud to take you, Matthew Bright,
to be my legally
wedded husband. Matt, the day you walked into my life, it changed forever. I never thought I would meet anyone, and then there you were. Within a week of talking to you and just spending time with you, even though we sat on separate couches at my house, I knew you're the one I was going to marry. I had a feeling once we cracked the ice, you're going to have a wild sense of humour and be just as weird as I am. And now look at us. I can undoubtedly call you my best friend and my partner in crime for life. I've been married to you in my heart long before today. 9 years ago, Dad said to you at the Lexington Club rooms after a few beers that I've got a daughter for you. We still haven't deciphered if that was Abby or me, but I'm so glad you chose me 4 years later. I know you're the one for me because even just doing absolutely nothing with you is heaven. I wake up every morning and look at you and I think how bloody lucky I am to have found you and to have fallen so deeply in love with you. You are the most caring, compassionate and loving person I've ever met. I could go on forever about the ways in which I love you, but us standing up here today in front of our family and friends is a picture that paints 1,000 words about how I feel about you. I promise to always do right by you, care for you and love you. I will always be honest with you, kind and forgiving. But most of all, I promise to be a true and loyal friend to you. I love you.
Mollie,
along with this ring,
I give you my heart,
I give you my heart,
my soul,
and my love.
and my love. Today,
Love unites
our
hearts together,
just as these rings
unite us
together in marriage.
And slide out. Push. Well done.
Matt,
Along with this ring,
I
give you my heart,
my heart,
my soul and my love.
my soul and my love.
Today,
Love unites
our hearts together,
just as these rings
unite us together in marriage.
unite us together in marriage.
And slide it on. Beautiful. Mollie and Matt, you have consented together in marriage in the presence of these witnesses. May the love you hold for each other now sealed in marriage continue to mature in the coming years. May you never take each other for granted, but always experience the wonder of your union. May your life together be a source of strength and inspiration to yourselves, to your families and the friends, and to all those whose lives you both touch. Friends and family, Matt and Mollie have declared before all of us that they will live together in marriage. They have symbolised this by the joining of hands, the exchange of vows, giving and receiving of rings. It's therefore my pleasure, by the power of your love and the authority vested in me, to now pronounce you husband and wife. I think you better seal this union with a kiss. And to present to everyone for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Matthew and Mollie Bright. Lots of cheering again.
Fancy. Now what?